bleeding for leaks. Fuck these nuts, free sluts, trickle with the overtone. Fuck it, don't believe us, can't be the best. If you love what I'm saying, get nuts, get rough, get the fuck off the stage.
Yo, what is up guys? It's your boy Joker Designs here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I make my AVIs. Now this right here is my team called Y Generations. This is the new PSD, sadly. I mean, what? But yeah, so today I'm going to be showing you how, I make my AVIs for teams. What I do is I always, check out my layers. I added this PSD to fit my style and the way I maneuver around my Photoshop and all that. But yeah, so what I do is if a team member asks for it, like I'll ask them what they want, what theme, what style, etc. And if they say whatever, I'll just search up, 3D abstract full HD wallpapers. That's where you get the little swirly lines, abstract lines. I actually made an AVI before with this wallpaper. But yeah, so like, here, let me find it real quick. Once I get my image and all that, I'll go into, click on my main in the backing layer. Since I copied the image from Google, I'll just hit Control V in Photoshop and it'll paste it in. I'll scale it by holding Shift and Alt and dragging from a corner, just in case you guys didn't know that. Okay, so once I get it pretty big, I hit Control A, then hit the fifth button and the second button to align it directly in the center. Then after I get in the background, I'll hold Alt, click on the layer, and then drag it to the 3D layer. I'll clip and mask that, so you get this nice effect right there. Then I'll hold Alt again and drag it outside. Then I can collapse this one, and I'll leave this one open. But here, you want to bring down the opacity to about 70%, so you can see the logo. Okay, so here is where, depending on your wallpaper, what you're gonna do. Like me, I can already see my points. Like I can cut out this part right here, so it looks like the logo is wrapping around behind this, and I have this part right here going above this side of the logo. Yeah, let me do that real quick. Like, graphic design honestly takes a little bit, takes a little bit of practice, and I'm just rushing this because of the video. I don't want it too long, also don't want it too crappy, so yeah. Okay, so now once I finish the pen tool selection, I'll make a selection, then I'll just delete it. If you want to make it match, I always delete the texture layer, but I have that right now so I can tell the difference between which layer is which. But yeah, I'll be deleting it later. So go back here. Okay, start right there. And that was just a little quick selection right there. But yeah. And sorry about the lack of uploads. I've been really busy with designing. Finally have a website. Link will be in the description. Of course, it was made with Wix. I'm trying to save up money to buy their membership fee to where I can get my own domain. But until then, the Wix site URL will have to do. But yeah. And if you guys want to see anything specific, please just comment down below, like any help you need. And if I get enough requests about it, I'll make a video on it. But yeah, so I'm almost done here. But yeah, so let's see. I know I'm really bad at penciling right now. I'm just rushing it for the sake of the video. It's pretty damn late right now where I'm at, so yeah. Okay, so let's just go around the entire logo right there. But if you guys need any more help with AVIs, headers, banners, just drop it down in the comments below and I'll be sure to reply or help you out as much as I can. I haven't done one of these tutorials in a long time, don't even know the title. But yeah, that was the wrong thing. I'm so smart. Delete. Okay, so now I've done quite a bit of that. Actually, no, I have to do this bottom part right here. Let's see. But yeah, like, this type of design does take a while to do, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, this style, like, though it does look really sick and nice, it takes quite a bit of time. I'm like, you know, sometimes you can get frustrated not finding the right wallpaper, or like, you know, just not making it match well enough. Like, I have that problem all the time. Okay, but yeah, like, I know it's all choppy and all that, just ignore that. So then I can delete that layer. Okay, now as you notice, you can see like the different type of shades right here from the cutting and all that. So what I usually do is I go click on the one in, like, the image in the background, go to my adjustments layer, go to brightness and contrast, bump up the brightness by a little bit just to make it just a little match. Right there is fine for right now. Okay, then let's mess with the contrast a little bit. There we go. Okay, so once I do that, go back to the layer I was at, get my eraser, get a nice decent sized soft brush, and just like click over my cuts just to have them. Have to do that part right there. I'll do it in a little bit. But yeah, like, when you're doing this type of design, guys, especially if you're in a team, always take your time. Like, you do not want your reputation on the line. Be like, oh, this guy here doesn't make the AVIs, you know, as well as we'd like him to, you know. Like, always take your time, guys. Like, the only reason I'm rushing this is because of the sake of the tutorial. Well, the video, I should say. I'll put that down to 50% now, just so I can see. Pen tool. Let's go on the outside and just erase a bit. Right there. Make selection. Delete. Control D. Eraser. It's doing little touch-ups. Right there. Okay. So now that you have everything cut out the way you like it, you know, I'm just gonna touch up this side real quick, just, you know, I don't like the way it looks. Okay, but as soon as you have everything the way you like it, you know, I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. What I do now is I go to my 2D layer, I double click on the effects icon, go to color overlay, and I go to my blues, get a nice, you know, blue, like, oh, that's nice. Go to drop it on overlay, see how it looks. That looks really nice with my gradient, and the gradient overlay. Then I go to inner glow, always on vivid light. I really recommend that for AVIs. Bump it up a little bit, and sometimes I go to outer glow. Just bump that down. Bump down the opacity. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay, so I like how that looks, you know, it's really nice. And one thing I always do, now that we're done with the effects for now, what I always do is I go above everything, right under my CC and lights. I add an extra curves. I just bump it up by a little bit. Right there, add a little bit more smoothness. Then I click on the very top layer and I shift click the last layer. Hit Control G, Control J, Control E, Control A, and M. I know it's a lot of control, you know. But hey, now you're left with one solid layer. I'll show you what happens if you don't do that. You're left with this. See right there, the little outline right there, the light. No, so you always want to do what I just did, like Control A, M, right click, cut, delete that last layer. Here, I'll even show you why you delete the last layer, because it has all the stuff you don't need, and that just adds extra. But once you're done with that, usually I'd go around and, you know, add like a little drop shadow around the 3D cuts, make it look more 3D dimensional, you know, clean up little cuts. But you know, if it's like a tutorial, I won't do that. So then after that, I go to filter, magic bullet, of course, photo looks. This is my preset. Gotta touch it up a little bit. No. Okay, that's good. But yeah, these are my settings. Exposure, I'm plus 10. 2 pops. One set pop is 90. The size is 300. Second one is pop is 50. The size is 100. Have a Cosmo. Don't really use that for AVIs. I use it for my headers and all that. Have a color filter. Same story. Diffusion. These are my settings. Anamorphic flare. My settings right there. Chromatic aberration or aberration, whatever, however the hell you pronounce that. That just adds that like glitch effect that you see right there, like the RGB displacements. Now here, if I turn that off, you'll see the difference. You can see like it adds that little RGB displacement that you see in AVIs. Edge softness to soften up the edges. Sometimes I'll bring that a little in just to put the focus right there. Lens distortion, I have my settings right there. I really like the lens distortion a lot. And I have a haze flare. My settings are right there. Spot exposure, and of course curves. I like curves a lot. So after that, you know, I hit finished. You know, wait for that to load. I have a shitty computer. Okay, so you see our AVI is pretty decent. You know, pretty crappy cutouts, but you know, it's a tutorial. So then after that, I hit Control J to make a duplicate. Oh, okay. Then on the second layer, I go to Filter, Other, High Pass. Now this, guys, if you do not know about high pass, oh my goodness, it is a lifesaver. Put on 10 here. I'll show you the settings in case you didn't catch it. High pass. Put the radius on 10. That's like the go-to setting. Put on 10. Hit OK, and like, you know, it looks all crappy right now, but watch this. You go to blending modes, put on overlay, and put the opacity to 50. I always put mine on 50. But look at the difference in quality. You see, like it adds like a nice sharper effect. You know, it's a little bit more contrast, sharpness. This for headers and banners is a lifesaver. I cannot stress that enough. Like I really recommend you use high pass. But after that, you know, I'll Control G, Control J, Control E, Control A again, M, cut it out. Then I go to move tool, go to filters again. Where is it? Filter gallery. Now this is that effect that you see on like Halo chapters AVIs, where they have that distorted look around their logo, their Halo logo. It's literally filter gallery, brush strokes, sprayed strokes. You know, you can mess with the settings how you'd like. You know me, like I usually use my default settings on 10. Leave that right there like that. Hit OK, and you'll see why. Okay, so then you want to hit E for your eraser. Get your eraser, make it decent size. Soft brush, and you just click around your logo. I mean, you want to leave the edges untouched a little bit. You want to make sure like you can still see and tell it's your team's logo, like around the name. Like me, I like to leave like the last letter blurred, but not too blurred. If you guys know what I mean. You know, like I'll go here, here, and there. Too much over here. Okay, now I just lower the opacity a bit, and there, like you see that it'll nice distorted effect it gives it. You know, not like overkill, but just enough to give it that extra feel. After that, I can select all my layers, hit Control E. Then I go to File, Save As. I have a lot of PSDs, don't judge. AVIs, save it as a PNG. Extra quality. Yeah. Don't let AVIs, and just name it the person's name. Then, then AVI at the end. Just save it. I'll save it just in case anyone wants it. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Like I said, if you want any specific tutorials on like how to make 3D headers, how to make better AVIs, you know, like anything specific, just ask. If I get enough requests about it, I'll make a tutorial. Please check down my site down in the description. Also follow my Twitter, and yeah, follow my new team, Wise Generations, and since I'm in reserve, I'm also 2 teams, I know, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Outside in the all black rock, 10 rolled up when I'm out. Say they all wanna live, but I